Hi, everybody. God bless you. This is Paul and Vincent. This presentation is for the class Emergent Media and Technologies, which is one of the courses for my program, my Master of Arts in Professional Communications at University of San Francisco, California. So this presentation is part of my last assignment before the course ends. And also I'm making a presentation or writing an artifact I've actually written, but this presentation is to drive home the point I made in my paperwork. It's actually on the use of hologram, especially in communicating the Great Commission, even after somebody has died. And a case study I'm making in this presentation is that of Maurice Cerullo. Dr. Maurice Cerullo was a preacher for over 70 years of his life before he passed away. And he eventually got to build, he built a legacy center which cost over $200 million in San Diego, California. And he was also, he utilized the hologram technology, not just in the entire process, but from the onset, in trying to sell the vision about what the project was about, in trying to carry his partners and other stakeholders in the ministry along, and in trying to raise the fund and the support and to mobilize support. It went a long way to tell the story about what it's about to do and also how what's going to be like, in a way that paints the picture in such a way that the audience got the message and they were willing to be able to identify with him, to support and to be part of it. So, and by the way, I've been a partner of Maurice Cerullo for over 30 years or thereabouts. So this presentation is to help drive home the point and to make a case that the hologram is one of the emergent technologies that is really becoming, is going to become commonplace as a means of communicating to your audience, either as individuals or as an organization or even as a ministry, because my emphasis is on for ministries, organizations, religious organizations, church organizations, for preachers. How can we maximize or utilize this technology for the advancement of the gospel? So the case I'm making today and this presentation drives home the point that with hologram technology, it can go a long way to help sell your vision, to help communicate your project to your audience, and especially if well utilized, it can actually like stand in your place to actually do the work, like to preach. You can actually call up or have leaders or preachers who have long gone and have them kind of like come preach, so to speak, all with the help of the hologram technology. So I'm hoping that you are able to get some things from this presentation, which also goes a long way to drive home the point I've made in my papers. For those who are not familiar with emergent technology, especially with hologram, let me just give a quick definition of what a hologram is for some of you who have not maybe heard about it. A hologram is a recording of an interference pattern that can reproduce a 3D light field using diffraction. In general, it can be used for the recording of any type of wavefront in the form of an interference pattern. It can also be created by capturing light from a real scene, and it can be generated by a computer, which means there is a computer-generated version too, and in which case it is known as computer-generated hologram. Hologram technology has many benefits or many advantages. And some of those, let me just highlight some of those. Number one, it has the ability to provide an immersive and emerging user experience, whereby, unlike the traditional, means of communication, it's able to kind of make images come alive, and it gives it that advantage, being able to use 3D images that comes alive to communicate. Now, also, one of the primary benefits of the hologram, it helps to interact, to communicate, and to foster in a more dynamic exchange in business settings. For instance, presenters can use picture holograms to be able to showcase products or ideas more engagingly. These interactive elements can significantly enhance audience engagement and comprehension, leading to more effective communication. And that's the bottom line. The bottom line is that you want to communicate effectively to your audience, and being able to do that using hologram technology that drives home the point. In the enhanced visual reality, 3D hologram excels at conveying complex information by allowing the users to view objects from multiple angles. These are some of the benefits. Well, another thing about the hologram is that the hologram technology is that leveraging 3D holographic technology in business can be a cutting-edge way to enhance communication, engagement, and also overall operations of a business. So some of the ways by which holographic technology can help even in business or in any organization, number one, it can help in conducting virtual meetings using holographic technology to create a more immersive experience and interactive experience. Two, it can also you can also use holographic technology to enhance or to showcase products in 3 dimensions, allowing the customer to interact virtually with the prototype or visualize product before purchasing it. Number 3, you can create attention-grabbing holographic displays for marketing events and product launch. And 3D holographic technology or hologram technology, it's going to be the future. It is the future already, but it's going to be the future of communication and presentation to audiences and in different organizations and even institutions. Even churches and ministry will be able to use this, and organizations, of course, and businesses will be able to use this to sell their visions, their ideas, their projects to their audiences, their stakeholders, whoever it is that they need to be involved to carry along in whatever decision they need to make or whatever project they need to execute. And most especially as well for the Christian ministry side or churches, it can also be utilized to be able to even communicate the gospel. And you can get leaders of organization, maybe religious founders who died a long time ago. With the holographic technology, you can actually visually bring them back to life and have them preach as if they are doing so physically yet. And people will see them and like, that is the exact person, or that's a virtual version of him preaching and communicating in such a way that people get to listen to him once again and feel that he's actually the one preaching, whereas it's actually a holographic experience. So I hope that this presentation will help drive home the point and make a case that the holographic technology has come to stay and is going to become mainstream in the near future. So wherever you are involved in, I think it's time to begin to learn more about it and know how you can be part of it and grow with it and incorporate it in your organization to know how it can be used to achieve goals, reach projects, sell visions, ideas to your audience. Well, let me also take time to define what emergent media is or emergent technology, because it's becoming commonplace and there are different definitions out there. But for the purpose of this presentation, let me just go with this definition from Wikipedia. Emergent technologies are technologies whose development, practical applications, or both are still largely unrealized. These technologies are generally new, but they also include old technologies finding new applications. So emerging technologies are often perceived to be capable of changing the status quo, changing the way we do business. So it's not going to be business as usual when emerging technologies are involved. And some examples of what emerging technologies include artificial intelligence, AI, machine learning, natural language processing, speech recognition, robotic, the Internet of Things, even self-driving cars, which has become very popular in a place like San Francisco and Arizona, among other places. Virtual augmented reality, this is becoming one of the emerging technologies that is changing both education, healthcare, and all that, in addition to blockchain as well. So these and many others are becoming emergent technologies that are changing the way we live, the way we do business, and we continue to change and evolve, in the future. So this is the future. These emergent technologies, one of which is the one I'm focusing on today, holographic technology, is going to be one of the breakthrough technologies that are changing the way we live and do business. Also, emergent media, sometimes you kind of talk about emergent media as well. So emergent media are communication formats or channels that are in the process of becoming part of the society, in society's communication architecture. In other words, even though it may take decades for this to happen, for them to really fully emerge, but they are here and they are being, they are already changing the way we live and do business and the way we communicate. Now, this is one of the emergent technologies whereby when utilized, it can bring an image alive. It's more like virtual reality, mixed reality, but in a sense that it becomes something that a medium way tool that is used to communicate. So I've put together some videos. The credit goes to Cerullo World Evangelism. They originally put this together, and I believe that this is going to help make my case as to how hologram technology can go a long way, even in the communication of the gospel or propagating the gospel. And in this case, Cerullo being able to use it to sell the vision and the idea of his legacy center that was built in San Diego, California. So I'll be right back.
I'm going to mention a word right now. It needs a lot of explanation, but it's the breakthrough in this incredible training center. It's called holographic technology. It's going to be used in our main auditoriums for group presentations. Traditional classroom training are going to be available individually for leadership, for ministerial training. Oh, I tell you, it is going to be one of the most awesome training centers that the world has ever seen. I want you to come with me and see firsthand what I mean. Abraham, tell us about the prophecy. I think God made a prophecy over you.
Well, I was just a young man when I heard God speaking to leave my country, my mother, my father, all my relatives, and move to a land that He would show me. God told me that He would create a great nation through me. God said I would be a blessing. Those who blessed me would be blessed, and those that cursed me would be cursed. He said that through me, every family on earth would be blessed. God promised that my seed would inherit the land that He would show me. Every word that God spoke to me came to pass.
You know, that's the true test of real prophecy. When God speaks, it comes to pass. Hey, Moses, is that you?
Yes, Morris, it is me.
What prophecy did God give to you?
Well, one day I was in the desert and I saw the strangest thing. It was a bush on fire, but it was not consumed. Then I heard a voice calling my name.
Well, what did you do, Moses?
I said, "Here I am." Then the voice told me to take off my shoes, for the place where I was standing was holy ground. That's exactly what I did. Then the voice said, "I am the God of your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob." I hid my face, I was so fearful. God told me He would send me before Pharaoh, and you will bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. Well, that's exactly what happened.
Well, look who's here. John, it's so good to see you.
You know, they called me John the Baptist back when I was baptizing people in the Jordan River. And today, there's a whole denomination named after me.
Tell me, what did God prophesy to you, John?
My father Zacharias prophesied that I would be the prophet of the true God of Abraham, and that I would go before the Messiah to prepare his way. He said I would give knowledge of salvation to his people by remission of their sins. Zacharias' prophecy came to pass. I actually baptized Jesus, and I saw the heavens open, and a dove descended upon him. And I heard a voice from the heavens say, "This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased."
God gave to me to leave as a legacy the most incredible training institute that the world has ever seen. We have just acquired the perfect location to build the World Outreach Legacy Training Center. It's actually 20 acres, but 18 acres are usable. This piece of property has a frontage right here in San Diego on the main artery in Highway 8. It sits between Highway 5, 163, not that that means anything to you, but it's less than 10 minutes from the airport. It's a few minutes from Old Town, SeaWorld, the world-famous San Diego Zoo. Oh my gosh, and just a few minutes from the beautiful beaches of San Diego.
Yes.
Can you imagine God putting that miracle in our hands to build him a training center? Oh my gosh. You know, San Diego's been called the most beautiful city in America.
And that it is.
But this piece of property, it would cost you untold millions of dollars. It's right across from the beautiful golf course.
Yes.
And the ladies are going to like this, honey. It's right across from one of the biggest, beautiful, most incredible
Shopping
malls.
Yes.
What's the name of it?
Fashion Valley,
Passion Valley.
Mission
Oh,
Valley. There's two of them.
what a miracle! Now, I would like to walk you through what we're planning to continue with our ministry, your ministry. Currently, on this existing site, you can see there is a hotel with over 200 rooms. There's even a restaurant and even a mini mart, a gym, tennis courts, and would you believe this? Swimming pools. Now, are you ready for this? We're going to level the existing site. At the very entrance of the campus is going to be our Welcome Center. Now, this is not just a welcome center. It is the fulfillment of a vision, a dream that God gave to me. I actually saw this in a dream. When you enter into the Welcome Center, you're surrounded by a complete map of the entire world. There you'll see every nation of the world, as it should be, because this is a World Outreach Training Center. This map is going to be interactive. You're going to have information from every major nation of the world. You'll be able to go to the map. You'll find out the history of the nation, the population, the political structure, the religious breakdown of the nation, and so much more. You'll be able to see, literally see, the impact of your ministry in the nations of the world. Those that are going to come to the campus will have the opportunity to take any of my personal core teachings that the Lord has given to me for the past 65 years. Are you ready for this? Proof producers, the new anointing. You recognize them? Revelation, faith. How about this? How to win the battle of the mind, and how to win the battle of the tongue. And what about this? How do you declare war, knowing that it's war with Satan? Oh, the mess that the Lord gave to me on miracle power living, how to take 9 incredible steps to receive this experience. unity in the Spirit, discover your ministry, manifested sons. Oh, we could go on and on and on. What about the message, revelation on how to pray? Lord, teach us to pray. Because of the call God placed on my heart to reach the nation of Israel and the Jewish people, we will dedicate an entire building to what we call our Jewish World Outreach. We're going to house our worldwide prayer center. Down in this prayer center, under the Jewish pavilion, prayer will go up for the nations of the world 24 hours a day. We plan, oh, it's awesome, a beautiful garden throughout the whole campus. You're going to be able to take prayer walks. You're going to be able to pray. You're going to be able to meditate as you go in a peaceful, relaxing setting. It's going to bring you closer, and this is the whole purpose. It's going to bring you closer to the presence of God. Possibly one of the most popular areas of the campus will be, oh, this is going to be awesome. People are going to come from miles and nations just to see this. A walk through the Bible. This presentation will take you from Genesis clear to Revelations, giving you experiences of some of the most incredible stories portrayed in one of the most advanced theaters of the world. This visual experience will completely surround you as though you were actually there. Are you ready for this? Watch with me as we watch creation come to life.
And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw that the light was good. And God divided the light from darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And God said, "Let there be firmament in the midst of the water, and let it divide the water from the water." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters which were under the water from the waters which were above the firmament. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, and herb yielding seed, and the fruit trees yielding fruit after his kind."
This is absolutely awesome. You're going to see Moses part the Red Sea. You're going to see Daniel in the lion's den and the Hebrew children when they were in the fierce fiery furnace. It's going to be just like exactly if you were there with them. Well, what do you think? I have a question. Who's going to preach? I am. You can preach? Yes, I can. I can preach your messages just as well as you can. Well, then let's see. One of my most favorite scriptures in all the world is found in the book of the prophet Isaiah, the 55th chapter and the 11th verse. And remember, there's nothing as powerful, there's nothing as real as the incredible written word and living word of God. And this is what it says. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall accomplish the purpose whereunto I send it. Oh, I tell you, there's nothing like the incredible Word of God. In the beginning, John says, was the Word, and the Word was God. And then all things were made by Him, and without Him, nothing was made that was made. And now, listen to what Isaiah said. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall do what? It shall accomplish the purpose whereunto I send it. Flesh.
Well, thank you so much for watching this presentation, and I hope that the case I've made and also the video that you've watched, the holographic presentation you've watched, I hope it was eye-opening, I hope it was entertaining, and I hope it helped bring clarity to what holographic technology is, and hopefully someday you or your organization may get to use it for some project to communicate your vision or project, and maybe someday we can have a model of you in holographic technology and be able to communicate whatever you want to communicate to your audience. Thank you so much for your time. I'm your host, Paul Vincent, and this has been Emergent Media and Technology, at the course that we are rounding up here at University of San Francisco, California. And this concludes my presentation. Thank you so much. God bless you.